Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this February the 15th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be looking at the storm system here moving across the country. In fact, we have a lot of them across the lower 48. As you can see, we got one across the northeastern U.S. over southeast Canada, stretching toward the mid-Atlantic, portion of the Ohio, Tennessee River Valley, all the way back from Arkansas to Louisiana, East Texas, a little bit in Mexico as well. Got more up here in portion of the Dakotas, back into Montana, stretching into the portion of Colorado. We've got another storm system here moving into the Washington, Oregon State, Northern California, through Nevada and Idaho region as well. And you can see that system continues to push off to the east. And there's another system trying to make its appearance on the left side of the screen, coming in that region as well. Got a lot of activity over in the Eastern Pacific, just on the west coast of Mexico. Got some across South Texas, stretching toward Louisiana. Also got some in Central America and also across South America as well. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some shower activity over on western Washington State, Oregon, northwest California. We have mixed precipitation there as well, from Washington State to Oregon to California to Nevada to Utah to Idaho region as well. Pockets of heavy snow in portion of Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and also portion of Montana. We got snow there as well, through Montana to Washington State to Idaho, down toward Colorado, Utah you included, also into South Dakota, Nebraska, over to portion of Iowa, Missouri, and also into Kansas. Then we got more snow flying from Indiana to Illinois to Wisconsin to Michigan, northern Michigan as well, also around Lake Superior, Lake Herod region. Got some heavy snow in that vicinity, stretching over to northern Maine. Then we got mixed precipitation and freezing rain from Maine to all the way down to Massachusetts to Pennsylvania, back over to portion of northern Ohio. Mixed precipitation stretching from Ohio down to Tennessee, and also in the portion of western Virginia, also in the West Virginia region as well, Pennsylvania. Shower activity around Connecticut to Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, down to Delaware. Got some shower activity there. Thunderstorms and showers from Virginia all the way down to Florida, back to Georgia, Alabama, including the Carolinas, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and portion of West Virginia regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, here's your Monday forecast. You can see we got snow up here around the Great Lakes region, up here around Lake Herod, Lake Superior, northern Michigan to portion of Ohio to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all the way to New York State to Maine, and also around Toronto, Canada, Ontario, Canada region. Got some pockets of heavy snow in portion of northern Maine and New York State. Pockets of heavy snow here in portion of Kansas and Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Mixed precipitation there from Washington, Oregon State to California, Nevada, Utah, Idaho region. More snow from Illinois all the way back to Montana and Washington State down to Colorado. Mixed precipitation over portion of Oklahoma region, and shower activity along coastal areas of Washington, Oregon State, and northwestern California and the Pacific Ocean as well, and a little bit along the Florida Keys, southwest Florida, and also over towards the northwest Bahamas. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, here's a look at the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we got winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings in effect over here in Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, Montana, down toward Wyoming, also in the portions of Colorado. We have some avalanche warnings over here in portions of Utah. Also, we have cold weather advisories up here in portions of Montana, also in the North Dakota. Let me see. Extreme cold weather watches in effect for portion of Montana, North and South Dakota, and also Minnesota. We have some cold weather advisories over here in portion of Nebraska. Winter weather advisories also in Nebraska, North Texas, portion of northeastern New Mexico. Wind advisories there as well in New Mexico. Winter storm watches over here in areas of Kansas and Missouri. Special weather statements for Oklahoma. Alright, we got tornado watches stretching from Louisiana all the way into portions of Tennessee. Got a few ongoing tornado warnings there as well. Severe thunderstorm warnings stretching into Arkansas and Louisiana. Special weather statements over portions of Indiana and Illinois. Also northern Wisconsin, northern Michigan, got some winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings there as well. Stretching over to Michigan, down to portions of areas of Indiana, Ohio, also Pennsylvania, also into portions of New York State, over toward New York City, also into portions of Connecticut, Boston area. Got winter storm warnings in the pink from northern New York State to Maine. And then we got high wind watches in effect for portions of New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, down in eastern North Carolina, also up here in portions of Virginia and West Virginia. We have couple counties there, blizzard warning over West Virginia, winter storm warnings in the mountain, a lot of flood warnings in effect also from that region stretching into Kentucky. Flash flood warnings here in the red or burgundy color from Arkansas all the way over to Virginia. And then we got wind advisory from Virginia to the Carolinas to Florida to Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, also in the Mississippi. And flood watches also in effect in the green area from Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, and southern Illinois, southern Indiana, over toward portion of Ohio and West Virginia regions as well. Alright, we got small craft advisory gale warning from Washington State down in Northern California, Southern California as well. Storm warning, storm warnings, small craft advisory gale warning from Maine to the east coast of Florida, and then from the Big Bend of Florida all the way over to southeast Texas, around the Hawaiian Chain Island with high surf warnings there as well. Small craft advisory and freezing spray warnings around the Alaska region also. Alright, now let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. As you can see, here is day one. This is for tonight. You can see we have a big area of severe weather. We have general thunderstorm from Columbus, Ohio to Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, down to Austin, Texas. And then we have from Lupkins, Texas, all the way up to Chattanooga, in Atlanta, Georgia. You in the marginal risk and the slight risk from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Nashville, Tennessee to New Orleans, Shreveport. You're in the slight risk and the enhanced risk from Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, also Jackson, Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi, also Alexandria, over to Mobile for severe weather. Tornado probability will be 10% in the yellow slashed area, 5% in the brown, and 2% in the green. Damaging winds. We have a 45% down here in portion of Alabama, Mississippi. Then we have a 30% elsewhere in the red. Then a 15% in the yellow and 5% in the brown. And then we take a look at the large hail. Just 5% for you guys from Jackson, Mississippi, Tennessee, all the way to Lupkins, Texas. All right. Take a look at day two. Just as I stated last night, there would be a slight risk included for portions of the southeastern U.S. in that marginal risk area last night. This is day two. As you can see, we still got that marginal risk from just east of Baltimore, east of Washington, D.C., but Richmond, Virginia, you included, Raleigh, Wilmington, Charlotte, Columbia, Charleston, Savannah. You included a marginal risk. Here's that slight risk stretching from just east of Dalton, Alabama, to Tallahassee, to Jacksonville, just south of Savannah, northeastern, northern Florida, and also southeastern Georgia for slight risk of severe weather. So let's take a look at the tornado probability. I would not be surprised this could be stretched up a little further. Tornado probability across portion of Georgia down toward Tallahassee, Florida. Then again from Raleigh, North Carolina to Richmond, Virginia and Virginia Beach. Damaging winds. We have about 5% in the brown, 15% in that yellow risk area with Georgia and Florida. And the large hail, 5% and less than 5% all areas. Alright, now let's take a look at the European model. This model here been doing pretty good at forecasting these systems. You can see I started off at 10 p.m. This is where the low pressure system will be over Kentucky, Tennessee. A lot of cold, a lot of severe weather stretching down to Louisiana. Alright, as we continue to roll forward, you can see that line progresses to the east. We got a line of thunderstorms stretching from up here near Ohio all the way down to eastern Tennessee, back into Alabama. And you can see that line of storm, 7 a.m. You can see the line of storm moving from up here from West Virginia to the western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, central and eastern Georgia, down to the Panhandle and Florida. Then as we continue to roll forward, you can see at 10 a.m. the line's moving through central South Carolina and continue to push eastbound. We got a lot of snow breaking out in the north, and then the cold front continues to push offshore, and you can see that there's a lot of pressure gradient, and there are going to be a lot of gusty winds with this system. That's why the National Weather Service has a good area of the East Coast under high wind watches, and also wind advisories for winds anywhere from about 20 to maybe 60, maybe even 70 miles per hour in some of that line as it moves through to the east of coast of the U.S. Alright, here's a sneak peek of what the European is showing for a winter storm possibly. I'm going to show you that real quick. See if we can get out to alright, we're going to start you off at 7 a.m. on February 19th, which is Wednesday. You can see the rain breaking out into the Carolinas. You can see a wintry mix starting to break out portion of upstate South Carolina. Got some severe weather maybe over portions of Georgia down into the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend area during that time frame. You can see a snow flying up here across the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley. And then as you can see, the wintry mix is at 1 p.m. You can see the wintry mix pushing its way southbound across northern South Carolina. Snow still flying across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, mid-Atlantic regions. Got some severe thunderstorms possibly for central and southern South Carolina down into North Florida during that time frame. As you can see, bringing some heavy rain to a portion of the area. You can see for central and northern South Carolina, you can see that freezing rain, maybe some sleet for you guys. Snow still breaking out across the Tennessee, Ohio River Valley to the mid-Atlantic. North Carolina, you're getting it on good snow. 7 p.m. you can see it look like a mixture of maybe rain, snow, freezing rain still falling across the Carolinas here as that low pressure system pushes that thunderstorms and showers out into the coastal water. Snow still breaking out over North Carolina. Heavy snow in that vicinity. Lighter snow to the north over the Ohio River Valley. And then as we continue to roll forward, you can see that storm kind of rise to coast and then pushes on out to sea, maybe bringing some snowfall to the mid-Atlantic and portion of the Northeast by Friday. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Make sure you watch the video all the way through. Like the video, share the video. We'll kick you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got